Jumping right into it, this is the first piece that I saw at Kirkland's and knew I could make my own version of it. So I'm going to take the Dollar Tree trucks, and I was lucky. This one, the backing peeled off so easy. And I also had two of them. So one of them I'm going to use for a reference. That way I know where to put my windshield, my bumper, things like that. So I am taking one of my synthetic makeup brushes and I am going to paint the windshield on here. I'm going to do 2 coats of the white, and then I am going to grab Rich Black by Folk Art, and we are going to paint the entire truck black. And I didn't realize until now, but the description of the Kirkland's one definitely says navy. Did not see that in the picture. So I'm going to paint everything. I'm going to go around the windshield. And then for me, I chose to do it this way, but you do you. I got the white again, and I am going to paint on the bumper. Now, I chose not to do, if you see the truck on the right, the bumper goes up in the middle. I didn't want it that way, so I'm just going to go straight across my bumper with white. I'm going to do 2 coats, of course, and then something I didn't film was I did get red and put the tail lights on this truck as well. So after I'm done with that, I'm going to take my vinyl cut out, and this will be sized and ready to go for all my members. I will link that in the members group. So it says welcome fall. We're going to peel that off. Now I'm taking, these are the little pumpkins from Dollar Tree that have the wire on them. They were a little too bright for my liking, so I'm taking Pumpkin by Waverly, and I'm going to paint all 3 of them. I'm also going to grab some antique wax and kind of distress them down. I feel like it just gives it like a little bit more detail by adding this, but you do you. And then I blame it on my phone not recording, but I think it's sleep deprivation, new baby. And I wasn't recording. So what I did was I took some lamb's ear, some eucalyptus stems, and then I took some other greenery from Dollar General, some greenery and leaves from the wreath that I found on the side of the road. And I am just going to start building this up. So I started with my bigger pieces of greenery first, which are going to be the lamb's ear. I laid those down. I put my pumpkins on. Now I will say, for me, I ended up having to put sunflowers in the middle of my pumpkins because the greenery just wasn't working for me. So I would either like bundle the pumpkins up next time, or no, I wouldn't do anything differently because the sunflowers they look great and they added my own touch to it. So I'm going to kind of speed this up. I just wanted you to see how I'm layering these on to give it a full look, but it's not bulky. So I'm using a lot of flat leaves and then putting in the little eucalyptus. And I don't know see the ones with the little purple on there? Those are from Dollar General. They didn't say what they were, so I couldn't tell you. I'm sorry. And then I don't think I got it on this clip, but I got the little paper sunflowers from Dollar Tree, and that's what I ended up gluing in the middle of our truck. And this is my version. I really love it. I love the addition of the little like white berry sticks. I love all of the texture in here. And then of course, you guys know I'm going to do a side by side for you. So the Kirkland's is on the left, and then mine is obviously on the right. The Kirkland's is of like a way bigger stature than mine, but the whole idea is that I took something that was from a store and I made it completely my own. So I hope you enjoyed it.
Hey everyone, so I was super excited to bring you that first Kirkland's inspired DIY. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, and I was thinking, you know what, it's fall. It's the perfect time to do some of these Kirkland inspired DIYs. I want to make very clear, I am not trying to dupe these. These are inspired by pieces, meaning I saw them, I wanted to make them my own. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope it's giving you ideas and showing you that you don't have to buy something in the store. You can totally make it your own for a lot less, hopefully. And you guys know the drill. If you're digging me, if you're digging this channel, if you're digging the DIYs, then make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to comment, because it helps YouTube know that you're digging my channel and they are more likely to share it. So check out the links down in the description box, including the Canva link, which I will show you a little bit later in this video. And with that said, you guys have an amazing week, and I will see you back here on Saturday.
This next one is going to be easy peasy Dollar Tree squeezy. I saw this and knew exactly what I wanted to use for it. Dollar Tree is currently selling these new, I guess, milk jug vases. They have them in black and they have them in white. And all of this greenery, the like foxtail and everything, they are from Dollar Tree as well. And these look amazing. Now, Dollar Tree does have ones that look very similar to the Kirkland's picture. However, for me, I did not think they looked very upscale, the Dollar Tree version of them. So I chose to use these instead. Now I'm going to stuff some paper towels up in here because the stems are so skinny. They kept just wanting to fall over to the side, and I didn't want to like stack it until it was full. So that's why I added the paper towel, just to give it something to, you know, bulk it up in there without having to add tons of floral. So after I add my florals, this is how it turned out. I think it's really cute. I think it's a great shelf sitter, a great addition. If you have, you know, like a really like modern neutral home or even an office, this would be a great smaller piece to add to your home decor. And then here is our side by side. Kirkland's on the left, mine on the right. And I have to say I kind of like mine better. I like the depth of the different colors in mine. So of course, Kirkland's has like trucks and trucks. This one is like way bigger than ours, but I knew exactly what I was going to use, and it's one of the new items. So ta-da, hopefully we could all find this truck. So this is the bigger one. There's 2 red trucks that came out this fall season. This is the bigger of the 2. Then I'm taking this metal sheet. They come in a 2-pack at Dollar Tree in the cookware section. And I am just trying my best to map this out. I cut a small square and I keep like lifting it up, seeing if I'm, you know, tracing in the right direction. If somebody knows an easier way to do this, please let me know down in comments. And you'll see, I just keep lifting up and I'm like, okay, the fender's right here. And then I put it back down, and I actually got it pretty good. It looks kind of like a mustache, but we're going to cut that down to size. Now the Kirkland's one was more of like a matte, like silver or galvanized metal. And this one is super bright. We will take care of that later. So I'm going to glue this down once I get it sized, and then I'm going to repeat that for the right side eventually too. But after we do this, I'm going to grab some of the truffle from Waverly, and see everywhere that cream color is, like the highlights of the truck. I am going to paint over that with some truffle. I thought this made the truck look a little bit more vintage. I thought it helped with the shading. You'll see as I come over here to the right how much more depth it gives the truck. See that? Like all of the like shadowing and stuff. So anyways, that was just my preference, my little added thing to the truck. And I do that for the rest of the truck. I do add the other fender on the right side as well. And then I'm going to take pumpkin and I'm going to take the truffle color. I'm going to mix them together. I did not like this bright silver color. So you could even paint this like mineral if you just want the matte color. I wanted a rusty look to it, and I thought it kind of went with the pumpkins and everything. So I do that on both sides. And then on the Kirkland's one, it has like hay on there. It has sunflowers. So I took raffia and I just bundled it up, cut it into small pieces, and then I'm just taking bunches of it, gathering it together and then sticking it on with some hot glue. And then these are the little paper sunflowers that came out last year from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use those little ones to add onto our raffia. And then I will stick a couple up into the pumpkins and the gourds. And this is how it came out. So it still has its hanger on it. You could hang it. I have it displayed with some books, and I actually have it sitting in the leaves, so it looks like it's kind of driving through there. And I love the way this came out, and it was so easy to make. And of course, here is our side by side. So we have our Kirkland's on the left, which is a lot bigger, and then ours on the right. I probably should have added more hay like up on the pumpkins. All right, so whenever I do Kirkland's inspired things, I always have to do the prints because you can make all of them yourself. So if any of you, I used Canva to create this. If anybody wants a real-time Canva tutorial, please leave a comment down in the description box and I will gladly do that for you. So all of these frames are from Dollar Tree. I will say the frames with the mats in them look way better than the ones that don't. They look a little bit more upscale. They give a little bit more depth to your designs, so I highly recommend them. Now, for the one that I'm doing right now, I made the image to fit on an 8.5 by 11 and totally forgot they need to fit in an 8 by 10. So I did have to trace this one out, but I will say that the 8.5 by 11s did work better for the matte frames. So you'll see right here for the matte frame, I just had to lay it in there and it ended up fitting perfectly. So if you see these, the black and the gold are the same ones at Dollar Tree, grab them. I will have a link down in my description box for the Pick Your Pumpkin image for all my subscribers, and then my members will have access to all 3 designs that they can print themselves. So after this, you guys, I know this is kind of like a no-brainer, get the design, put it in, but I wanted to just show you the images I was able to make using Canva. And this one is by far look at that. That does not look, that looks store-bought for sure. And then we have, but I think I love fall most of all, and then pick your own pumpkin. So I am going to do a side-by-side quickly. And sorry for the angle of mine, but Kirkland's will be on the left, and then mine is on the right. Yeah, that gold one is definitely my favorite. And it's fun because Canva, you could put your own taste in there. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's something you don't like about the ones from Kirkland's, you can change it up to fit your decor, which I like. All right, this one, I saw it, loved it, but I knew exactly what scrapbook paper I had and a picture I had from Dollar Tree that was going to work. So I got a bunch of these frames when they came out in the Shore Village line. They were already framed, so easy to make. So I am going to grab Rich Black by Folk Art, and I am going to paint the frame. When you do this, make sure you're painting the outer edge and the inner edge. You don't want that, like, I don't know what color this is, yellow, pumpkin, I don't know. You don't want that color showing through. So next I'm going to grab this scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. That's where I get all my scrapbook paper. And I'm going to do Mod Podge. Now the reason I'm doing Mod Podge versus what do you call it, hot glue, is because I am going to glue a sign on top of my scrapbook paper, and I don't want my scrapbook paper to peel away from the sign. So that is why I used Mod Podge in this instance, because it's going to attach to the sign. If that, I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. This is my rubber squeegee thingamajigger from Mod Podge. Definitely pick one up. And here is the sign from Dollar Tree. How perfect does this match this scrapbook paper? In love. And I think this is one of the newer ones. I don't think they had this one last year, but I could be wrong. So I'm going to douse this with some hot glue. You can put Gorilla Glue, you do you. Put it in the middle. This frame also came with the beads already on the twine, which was a double score. I love how this turned out and how well The sign in the middle goes with the scrapbook paper in the background. This will go in my booth, and I know that it will sell quickly because of the black and white coloring. And then here's our side by side. Obviously, I went with a totally different color scheme, but you can see how I was able to take the Kirkland's inspiration and totally make it my own. So let me know what you think about the colors. All right, you guys, this one again, way bigger Kirkland's version, but you guys need to hit up the thrift stores. You need to hit up the clearance sections. I got this for like 90% off at Walmart after Halloween, and it's been sitting in my stash for probably 2 years now. So I'm going to take all of the fillers out. I'm going to save that. Maybe we could do a live making like a Halloween wreath or something, because I definitely want to reuse all that. I'm going to pop the styrofoam out. Now, the bottom of this was absolutely disgusting where the styrofoam was. So I'm going to clean it up. Then I'm going to take some painter's tape. The Kirkland's inspiration kept the top and the bottom black, so that's what we're gonna do. Now, I'm gonna call these the legs of the lantern. On the Kirkland's was probably wood. I'm gonna take this hammered by Rust-Oleum and spray paint my lantern legs with that. And look at how beautiful that comes out. It's so pretty. And I apologize in advance for the angle of this DIY, but I promise I'll try to explain it as much as I can. So the bottom of this was disgusting and ugly still. So I took this, it's like what do you call it? Burlap, but it's cardstock. I don't know how to describe it, but it came in like little 6x6 sheets at Hobby Lobby. And this print matched perfectly. So I just cut the print out and then I Gorilla Glued it to the bottom of our lantern. I'm going to do a very basic bow here. I do have a real-time bow tutorial. I will leave that down in my description box for you. This one is just a single loop bow with some tails, and then I tied it off in the middle with some twine. Super easy. We're not putting anything in the middle of it. And then I'm going to take some Gorilla Glue, and then the Gorilla Glue is for the longevity. Our hot glue is for that immediate hold so that it sticks on there right away. If you've ever done metal and hot glue, usually they don't vibe together and it'll end up peeling off. So this is where it gets hard and I can't show you. I put an LED, you guys. It's not a real candle. In the middle, and then I'm going to place, these are florals from Dollar Tree. Now, I know the angle is horrid and you can't see what I'm doing, so I'm going to explain it to you in the reveal video right now, and cut. Okay, you guys, so for the reveal, I just wanted to explain, since you couldn't really see me do it, but down here, all I did was overlap two. So I put two through this side, one through this side, one through that side, and then the same thing, one through that side, one through, I don't know what I did, you guys. Basically, I made sure two little strands of the flowers were coming out of each post of the lantern. And then I just put little bunches of the leaves that came on the stems down in the corners just to add a little bit of greenery. But I think this is going to be an absolutely beautiful piece for a table, like even a coffee table. This would look so gorgeous, or on a fireplace mantle. So here is our side-by-side. Of course, Kirkland's on the left, mine on the right, and I think that they look really good. Thank you guys for being here with me today. I hope you got inspired by all of these Kirkland's pieces, and I cannot wait to show you more fall DIYs coming up.
Hey everyone! Now, trying Barchmasicle. Did some Kirkland's. Stop trying to try so hard. Stop trying to try so hard. Okay. And drop me a comment down in the description box. No. I almost had it. Hey friends. Now, literally going on 5 minutes of me trying to film this. Hey everyone. Now,